The moment a woman walks into a room, something fascinating happens. Before a single word is spoken, before any interaction takes place, an impression is already formed. It's instant, subconscious, and often powerful. This isn't just a matter of personal taste, it's deeply rooted in psychology. Human beings are wired to respond to visual cues, and men, in particular, are highly attuned to certain details that trigger attraction, admiration, and intrigue. It's not just about what a woman wears, but how it makes her feel, and how that confidence radiates outward. The truth is, attraction isn't purely physical. It's a complex interplay of perception, subtle messaging, and subconscious recognition. When a woman steps out in an outfit that complements her presence, something shifts in the atmosphere. It's not about dressing for others. It's about understanding the power of presentation. Science has shown that first impressions are formed within seconds, and once they're established, they're hard to change. Clothing, accessories, and even the smallest details act as signals, sending messages about personality, confidence, and self-awareness. Men may not always articulate it, but they notice. It's not necessarily about brand names, expensive outfits, or following the latest fashion trends. It's about something deeper, an unspoken chemistry that happens when a woman presents herself in a way that enhances her natural essence. Studies in psychology reveal that certain colors, styles, and even textures evoke specific emotions and reactions. Some choices communicate sophistication, while others suggest playfulness, mystery, or approachability. The way an outfit fits, the way fabric moves, the way a woman carries herself, all of it works together to create an impact. But what truly makes a man take notice? It's not about perfection, it's about presence. A woman who understands her own style and wears it with authenticity naturally commands attention. There's an effortless power in someone who knows what makes her feel good and leans into it unapologetically. It's why confidence is the foundation of attraction. A simple outfit worn with certainty can be far more captivating than an extravagant one worn with hesitation. Imagine two scenarios. One woman steps into a room wearing a stunning dress, but she's constantly adjusting it, pulling at the fabric, and looking around self-consciously. Another woman walks in wearing a simple, well-fitted outfit that she owns with absolute confidence. The first woman might be noticed momentarily, but the second woman is remembered. This is because true attractiveness isn't just about what's on the outside, it's about the energy behind it. When a woman feels good in what she's wearing, it shows. It changes the way she moves, the way she smiles, the way she makes eye contact. That's why men don't just notice the clothes, they notice the presence behind them. The quiet self-assurance of a woman who knows her worth, the way she doesn't seek validation but naturally commands respect. The way she embraces her femininity without trying too hard. That's the essence of style. It's not just about what's worn, but how it's worn. As we dive into the 9 things women wear that instantly capture attention, remember this. It's not about dressing to impress, it's about dressing to express. It's about understanding the silent language of attraction and using it in a way that feels natural, effortless, and entirely your own. Because when a woman steps into her power, the world notices, and so do men. Red isn't just a color, it's a statement. It's the color of passion, confidence, and undeniable attraction. Throughout history, red has been linked to power, desire, and even survival. It's the shade of royalty, the mark of a leader, the symbol of urgency. But beyond its cultural significance, there's something deeply psychological about the way red captures attention. Men don't just see red. They react to it on a subconscious level. It triggers something primal, something instinctive, something that makes them take notice before they even understand why. Studies have proven this effect time and time again. In one famous experiment, researchers showed men photos of women wearing different colors and asked them to rate their attractiveness. The result? Women in red consistently scored higher than those wearing any other color, even when everything else in the image remained the same. Another study found that men were more likely to approach a woman wearing red than one dressed in neutral tones. They weren't aware of why they felt more drawn in, they just were. That's the power of red. It bypasses logic, speaking directly to something deeper. But what makes it so effective? Part of the answer lies in evolution. In the animal kingdom, red is often a signal of vitality and readiness. It stands out in nature, demanding attention. Humans are no different. Red draws the eye, it signals energy, warmth, and an undeniable presence. It's why red lipstick has been a timeless classic, why a red dress can turn heads in a crowded room, why even a simple red accessory can make an outfit more striking. There's an effortless boldness to it, an intensity that speaks without words. Yet the magic of red isn't just in how it looks, it's in how it makes a woman feel. The moment she puts on a shade of red, something shifts. There's a reason so many women instinctively reach for a red lipstick before a big event, why a red dress can change the way someone carries themselves. It's not just about external perception, it's about internal transformation. When a woman wears red, she often feels more powerful, more fearless, more willing to step into the spotlight. And that confidence, that's what truly makes men notice. But there's an art to using red effectively. Too much can be overwhelming, while subtle touches can be just as impactful. A red dress can command attention, but so can a sleek red pair of heels, a well-chosen red handbag, or even just a swipe of deep red nail polish. The beauty of red is that it doesn't have to be loud to be noticed. It just has to be intentional. When used correctly, it creates a sense of allure, drawing people in without them even realizing it. It's important to remember that attraction isn't about trying too hard. It's not about wearing red for the sake of being seen. It's about embracing it in a way that feels authentic. A woman who wears red because she enjoys it, because it makes her feel powerful, because it aligns with her presence, will always have a stronger impact than someone who wears it just to get attention. Because in the end, attraction is never just about the color itself, it's about the energy behind it. Men may not always consciously recognize why red captivates them, but the effect is undeniable. It's a color that speaks the language of attraction fluently, igniting something deep within the mind. Whether it's a bold statement or a quiet detail, red has the ability to make any woman instantly more noticeable, and when worn with confidence, it doesn't just catch the eye, it leaves an impression. High heels are more than just a fashion statement, they're a transformation. The moment a woman steps into a pair of heels, something changes. Her posture shifts, her stride becomes more deliberate, and there's an unmistakable elegance in the way she moves. This isn't just an illusion, it's psychology at work. Men don't just notice high heels because they look, they notice because of the way they make a woman carry herself, the confidence they exude, and the subtle yet undeniable signals they send. Studies have shown that wearing high heels affects the way people perceive a woman's attractiveness. In one experiment, researchers observed how men reacted to women wearing flats versus heels. The results? Women in heels were approached more often, received more attention, and were perceived as more feminine and graceful. But why? The answer lies in the way heels naturally enhance body language. They elongate the legs, create a more pronounced arch in the back, and encourage a slower, more controlled walk, all of which align with classic cues of attraction. But it goes deeper than just appearance. High heels symbolize something powerful. They are associated with confidence, sophistication, and even status. Think about the way heels are often worn in professional settings, on red carpets, or during significant life moments. They aren't just shoes. They're statements. A woman in heels commands attention because she carries herself differently. There's a presence, a poise, a sense of purpose in every step. And men notice. What makes this even more interesting is that the appeal of heels isn't just about what men see. It's about what a woman feels when she wears them. There's something about slipping into a well-fitted pair of heels that instantly elevates confidence. It's not just the added height, it's the mindset. A woman who feels good in her shoes walks with assurance, and that assurance is what truly makes her attractive. It's why two women can wear the same pair of heels, yet one will stand out simply because of the way she carries herself. However, not all heels are created equal. The key isn't just wearing heels, it's wearing the right heels. A well-chosen pair that complements an outfit, enhances posture, and feels comfortable enough to walk in effortlessly will always have a stronger impact than a pair that feels forced. Heels should add to confidence, not take away from it. If they cause discomfort, if they make walking awkward, if they feel unnatural, then they lose their power. True elegance comes from ease, from looking and feeling good without effort. There's also an art to knowing when and how to wear them. Heels aren't necessary for every occasion, but when used strategically, they can make a statement. A classic black heel paired with a sleek outfit can create an air of authority. A bold red stiletto can add intrigue. A delicate nude pump can subtly enhance an already polished look. The beauty of heels is in their versatility. They can be commanding, playful, sophisticated, or seductive depending on how they're worn. But the real secret of high heels isn't in the shoe itself, it's in the confidence they bring out. A woman who wears heels with ease, who moves gracefully, who owns the space she walks into, is instantly captivating. Men may not always consciously recognize why, but they feel it. The elegance, the confidence, the undeniable presence. It's all in the way she carries herself, and that's what truly makes an impression. Perfume isn't just a scent, it's an invisible signature, a presence that lingers even after someone has left the room. It's one of the most powerful and underrated elements of attraction. While visual appeal may grab attention, scent has the ability to create deep, lasting impressions. Men may not always be able to explain why a particular fragrance captivates them, but they feel it. It's instinctual, tied to the subconscious, triggering memories, emotions, and even desire in ways that sight alone never could. Science backs this up. The sense of smell is directly linked to the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotions and memory. Unlike what we see or hear, scents bypass rational thought, going straight to the part of the mind that controls deep-seated feelings. This is why a familiar fragrance can instantly bring back a forgotten memory, why a particular scent can make someone feel instantly comforted, excited, or even mesmerized. When a woman wears a perfume that resonates, it's not just a fragrance, it becomes a part of how she is remembered. But what is it about certain scents that make men take notice? Studies have shown that men are particularly drawn to warm, sensual fragrances, notes of vanilla, amber, musk, and soft florals. These scents have a comforting yet alluring effect, striking a balance between familiarity and intrigue. There's also an undeniable connection between fragrance and chemistry. Perfume interacts with the skin, creating a scent that is unique to the individual. The same perfume can smell entirely different on two people, making it a deeply personal expression. It's not just about the scent itself, but the way it's worn. Perfume should never be overwhelming. It should be discovered, not announced. A subtle trail of fragrance that catches the air as someone moves is far more enticing than a heavy cloud that dominates the space. The best perfumes don't demand attention, they invite curiosity. They draw someone in, making them want to get closer, to lean in just a little more. But the true power of fragrance isn't just in how others react, it's in how it makes a woman feel. The right perfume has the ability to shift energy, to boost confidence, to create an aura of mystery or warmth. There's a reason why people have signature scents, because fragrance isn't just about smell. It's about identity. A woman who wears a scent that resonates with her personality, that feels like an extension of who she is, exudes a quiet confidence that men find irresistible. There's also an art to applying perfume. Certain areas of the body, pulse points like the wrists, neck, and collarbone, enhance fragrance as they warm up, allowing the scent to unfold throughout the day. A spritz in the hair, a light touch behind the ears, a hint on the inside of the elbow. All of these create layers of scent, revealing themselves naturally over time. When worn right, perfume becomes more than just a fragrance, it becomes an experience, something felt rather than just noticed. Men may not always consciously realize the effect a woman's scent has on them, but they remember it. A captivating fragrance lingers in the mind long after the moment has passed. It becomes a part of the way someone is perceived, the way they are remembered, the way they leave an imprint without saying a word. More than just an accessory, perfume is an invisible force, subtle yet powerful, quiet yet unforgettable, and when worn with intention, it doesn't just attract attention, it leaves an undeniable impression. There's something undeniably captivating about a woman in red. It's not just a color, it's a statement, a signal, a force that demands attention without saying a word. Men don't just notice red, they are instinctively drawn to it. There's a deep psychological reason behind this, rooted in human nature, biology, and centuries of subconscious association. Studies have proven what we already know intuitively. Red is the color of attraction. In one well-known experiment, researchers found that men rated women as more attractive when they were wearing red compared to other colors. The same woman in a red dress was consistently perceived as more appealing than when she wore blue or black. But why? The answer lies in the way the human brain processes color and the emotions it evokes. Red has always been a symbol of passion, power, and desire. It's the color of fire, of roses, of lips stained with deep crimson. It's associated with confidence, boldness, and intensity. In nature, red is a sign of vitality, from the flush of a healthy complexion to the vibrant hues of flowers designed to attract pollinators. In the human world, red has been linked to status, romance, and even dominance. Kings and queens wore red to signify power. Red carpets were rolled out for the most important guests. It's a color that commands presence. But the psychological impact of red goes beyond just symbolism. There's a biological component to it as well. Studies suggest that men subconsciously associate red with attraction because of its connection to natural mating signals. In evolutionary terms, the color red has been linked to fertility and health. It's the reason why flushed cheeks and red lips have always been considered signs of beauty, because they hint at vitality, warmth, and emotion. Whether men realize it or not, they are wired to respond to these cues. However, it's not just about wearing red, it's about how it's worn. A red dress can exude elegance and sophistication, while a red blouse can add a subtle yet striking contrast to an outfit. Even something as simple as a red scarf or red heels can create a powerful effect. The key is in the balance. Red should enhance, not overwhelm. When worn with confidence, it becomes an extension of personality, a reflection of inner strength rather than just a bold fashion choice. Even in small doses, red has an undeniable impact. A red lip, for example, has been a timeless symbol of allure for centuries. There's a reason why Hollywood icons like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn embraced it. It's bold, it's classic, and it leaves an impression. Red nails, too, carry the same effect. It's not about being flashy, it's about being unforgettable. But perhaps the real reason men notice red isn't just because of the color itself, it's because of the energy it represents. A woman who wears red effortlessly exudes confidence. She's unafraid to stand out, to own the space she's in, to express herself without hesitation. Confidence is magnetic, and red amplifies it. It's a color that isn't worn passively, it's worn with intention, and that's what truly makes men take notice. It's not just about seeing red, it's about feeling its presence. A woman who wears red isn't just noticed, she's remembered. The color leaves a mark, not just on the eyes, but on the mind. It's the shade of passion, of power, of undeniable attraction. And when worn with the right energy, it doesn't just turn heads, it captivates. There's an undeniable allure in the way a woman carries herself, and high heels are one of those rare fashion choices that have the power to transform not just an outfit, but an entire presence. They are more than just shoes, they are symbols of elegance, confidence, and femininity. When a woman slips into a pair of heels, something changes. Her posture straightens, her walk slows, her stance becomes more deliberate. It's not just about the height, it's about the energy, the poise, the quiet statement that comes with every step. And men notice. Psychologists have long studied the impact of high heels on perception, and the results are striking. Research shows that men are naturally drawn to the way heels alter a woman's movement. The shift in posture, a slightly arched back, a gentle sway of the hips, a more intentional stride, creates a subconscious signal of attraction. It's not just about looking taller, it's about the way it enhances natural body language. High heels create a sense of grace and sophistication, making every movement appear more fluid, more deliberate, more captivating. There's also an undeniable connection between heels and confidence. A woman in heels carries herself differently. She walks with a sense of presence, a subtle yet powerful command of space. And confidence, more than anything else, is what draws people in. It's not just about the shoes, it's about what they represent. A woman who wears heels with ease sends a message. She is self-assured, comfortable in her own skin, and unafraid to stand tall. And that kind of energy is magnetic. But the effect of high heels isn't just psychological, it's deeply rooted in history and cultural perception. Throughout time, heels have been associated with status, power, and femininity. In the 17th century, they were worn by nobility to signify wealth and sophistication. Over time, they became a symbol of elegance, reserved for moments that demanded presence and poise. Even today, they hold a certain mystique, reserved for special occasions, for moments of confidence. For when a woman wants to feel unstoppable. Of course, the appeal of heels isn't about towering heights or dramatic styles. It's about the subtle impact they create. A sleek pair of classic pumps can be just as powerful as sky-high stilettos. The key is in the way they enhance rather than overpower. A woman who walks comfortably in heels, who moves with natural ease, creates an effect that is both striking and effortless. And perhaps that's the real reason why men notice. It's not just about the shoes themselves. It's about the transformation they create. It's about the way they add an extra layer of elegance to a woman's presence, the way they elevate not just her height but her confidence, her energy, her aura. High heels are not just footwear. They are statements of poise, of grace, of quiet power. And when worn with intention, they don't just catch the eye. They leave a lasting impression. There's something undeniably captivating about a woman who wears a fitted dress. It's not just about fashion. It's about the quiet confidence, the effortless elegance, the way it enhances the natural shape without being loud or overstated. A well-fitted dress isn't about revealing more. It's about revealing presence. It's about the way it follows the body's lines, the way it moves with ease, the way it turns something as simple as walking into an unspoken statement of grace. And men notice. Psychologists have long studied the connection between clothing and perception, and the findings are clear. People are drawn to confidence, and fitted clothing amplifies it. It's not about tightness, but about tailoring, about the way fabric is designed to complement rather than conceal. A woman in a fitted dress carries a different energy. There is an intentionality in her presence, a sense of self-assurance that resonates before a word is even spoken, and that kind of quiet confidence is magnetic. What makes a fitted dress so powerful is its ability to enhance without exaggerating. Unlike trends that come and go, a well-tailored dress is timeless. It accentuates shape without overexposure, creating a balance between sophistication and allure. This balance is key because attraction isn't just about what's seen, it's about what's suggested. The most captivating looks are never about giving everything away, but rather about leaving just enough to the imagination. But the appeal of a fitted dress goes beyond aesthetics. It's deeply psychological. The human brain is wired to recognize symmetry, proportion, and movement. When a dress fits just right, it complements these natural cues, subtly drawing attention without demanding it. There's an ease, a fluidity, a seamless connection between what is worn and the person wearing it, and that is what truly makes it stand out. There's also a cultural and historical element to it. Throughout time, fitted silhouettes have been associated with refinement, confidence, and even power. From the sleek dresses of Hollywood's golden age to modern-day fashion icons, the appeal has remained constant. It's not about following a trend, but about understanding presence, how clothing can enhance rather than overshadow, how it can reflect both strength and elegance in the same breath. And then there's the movement. A well-fitted dress moves with the body rather than against it, creating a sense of natural rhythm, of effortless grace. This kind of seamless movement is something that is noticed on a subconscious level. It's why someone walking confidently in a well-tailored outfit stands out without even trying. It's the absence of discomfort, the quiet confidence of wearing something that feels like an extension of oneself rather than just a piece of clothing. But perhaps the real reason men notice isn't just about the dress, it's about the energy it creates. A woman who wears a fitted dress with confidence isn't just wearing an outfit, she's wearing self-assurance. She's comfortable in her skin, unafraid to be seen, unafraid to take up space in the world. That kind of presence is unforgettable. Ultimately, it's never just about the clothes, it's about the way they complement the person wearing them. A fitted dress doesn't define beauty. It enhances what is already there. And when worn with the right energy, it doesn't just make an impression, it leaves one. There's something undeniably captivating about a woman wearing red. It's not just a color, it's a statement. It commands attention without asking for it, ignites curiosity without trying, and leaves an impression long after it's gone. Men notice red not because it's loud, but because it's powerful. It's the color of passion, confidence, and presence. A woman in red doesn't just blend into the background. She stands out, not because she wants to, but because she simply does. Psychologists have studied the impact of color on attraction for decades, and red consistently emerges as the most compelling. It's not a coincidence. The association between red and desire is deeply ingrained in human psychology. Studies show that men perceive women wearing red as more attractive, more confident, and more intriguing. It's a subconscious reaction hardwired into the brain. Red has long been connected to love, warmth, and even power. It triggers something primal, something instinctive, an immediate pull, an undeniable presence. But it's not just about science, it's about what red represents. Throughout history, red has been the color of queens, warriors, and icons. It has symbolized strength and elegance, power and femininity. In every culture, red holds significance, whether in royal robes, romantic gestures, or symbols of success. A woman in red embodies a certain energy, a quiet boldness that draws people in. She doesn't need to say much, the color speaks for itself. What makes red so powerful is its versatility. It doesn't have to be a dramatic dress or an over-the-top look to make an impact. Sometimes it's the subtlety of red that makes it even more alluring. A classic red lipstick, a pair of red heels, a red accessory that adds just the right touch. It's not about wearing red for the sake of attention, but wearing it with intention. A woman who wears red effortlessly understands its power. She doesn't just put on a color, she steps into a presence. A woman in red exudes a level of self-assurance that is impossible to ignore. It's not the color alone that captivates. It's the way she carries it. Red isn't for the hesitant, it's for the bold. It's for the woman who knows who she is and isn't afraid to express it. And that confidence is magnetic. Men don't just notice red, they notice the energy behind it, the way it transforms a simple outfit into something unforgettable. But perhaps the most powerful thing about red is the way it makes the wearer feel. It's not just about how others perceive it. It's about the shift it creates within. Studies show that wearing red can actually boost confidence, increase self-perception, and enhance mood. It's a color that makes a woman feel empowered, and when she feels that way, the world takes notice. Ultimately, red isn't just a fashion choice. It's a statement of presence, of confidence, of knowing one's own power. It's not about being the loudest in the room, but about being the one that can't be overlooked. A woman in red doesn't chase attention, it finds her. And that's why men notice. Not because she demands it, but because she simply embodies it. There's something undeniably alluring about high heels. They're not just footwear, they're a statement, a transformation, an unspoken signal of confidence and elegance. A woman in heels moves differently, carries herself differently, and commands attention without saying a word. Men notice not just the shoes, but the energy they create, the way they subtly shift presence, making every step more intentional, every movement more poised. The psychology behind this attraction is deeply rooted in both perception and instinct. Studies have shown that wearing heels alters a woman's posture, enhancing the natural curvature of the spine, elongating the legs, and subtly shifting the way she walks. The change is slight, but the effect is profound. There's a reason heels have been associated with allure for centuries. The lift they provide isn't just physical, it's psychological. They elevate not just height but presence, creating an undeniable air of confidence. Confidence is key because attraction is rarely just about appearance, it's about energy. A woman who wears heels with ease isn't just wearing a fashion choice, she's embodying a mindset. She's deliberate in her movements, assured in her steps. There's a reason why high heels have been worn by icons throughout history, from classic Hollywood stars to modern-day powerhouses. They're a symbol of control, poise, and an awareness of one's own impact. And that's what draws attention, not just the shoes themselves, but what they represent. Beyond psychology, there's a rhythmic element to high heels that makes them captivating. They change the way a woman walks, adding a slight sway, a refined grace. The sound of heels clicking on the ground is more than just noise, it's a signal of presence. It announces movement before it's seen, creating anticipation. There's something inherently mesmerizing about the way heels demand attention, even in the smallest ways. It's subtle, but undeniable. But the power of high heels isn't just about how they're perceived. It's also about how they make the wearer feel. Studies suggest that women feel more confident, more in control, and even more assertive when wearing heels. This internal shift is what truly makes them noticeable. It's never just about the shoes. It's about the way they elevate a woman's own sense of self, and when she feels that power, it radiates outward. Yet the true beauty of heels is in their balance between strength and femininity. They don't just symbolize elegance, they symbolize presence. A woman in heels doesn't need to overstate anything. Her stance, her posture, her movement all speak for her. They amplify rather than define, enhance rather than overpower. It's this balance that makes them timeless, an element of attraction that goes beyond trends or fleeting fashion. Ultimately, men don't just notice heels. They notice what they bring out in the woman wearing them. The confidence, the grace, the undeniable shift in presence. It's not about the height or the style. It's about the way they transform the ordinary into something unforgettable. A woman in heels doesn't just step into a room, she owns it, and that is what makes all the difference. There is an undeniable power in the way a woman carries herself. More than any single item of clothing, more than any specific color or accessory, the most captivating thing a woman can wear is confidence. It's not something that can be bought or borrowed. It comes from within. Confidence is what turns a simple outfit into a statement, what makes a glance linger a little longer, what transforms presence into magnetism. Men notice because confidence isn't just seen, it's felt. Psychology tells us that confidence is one of the most attractive qualities in a person. It signals strength, self-assurance, and a sense of inner worth that doesn't rely on external validation. A woman who wears confidence doesn't seek attention, she naturally draws it. She moves with certainty, speaks with clarity, and exists in a space with an unshakable sense of self. There's something profoundly attractive about someone who is comfortable in their own skin, who doesn't hesitate or second-guess, who owns who they are without apology. But confidence isn't about being loud or dominant. It's not about trying to impress or prove anything. It's about presence. A woman who knows her worth doesn't need to compete, she simply is. She doesn't shrink to fit expectations, nor does she overcompensate to demand recognition. She understands that true confidence is quiet yet undeniable, bold yet effortless. It's in the way she holds herself, the way she engages with the world, the way she chooses to exist without fear. Men are naturally drawn to this kind of energy because it signals something rare, authenticity. In a world filled with pretense and surface-level attraction, true confidence stands out. It's refreshing, it's magnetic. It's the difference between someone who is trying to be noticed and someone who simply cannot be ignored. And the difference is everything. But confidence isn't just about what's seen. It's about what's felt. A confident woman creates an energy that shifts the room. It's the way she laughs freely, the way she speaks with conviction, the way she embraces both her strengths and her flaws without hesitation. Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about acceptance. And that's what makes it so compelling. When a woman embraces herself fully, she gives others permission to do the same. And that kind of presence is impossible to overlook. What makes confidence even more powerful is that it transcends fashion. It doesn't matter whether she's wearing a designer dress or a simple pair of jeans. If she wears them with confidence, they become an extension of her. The way she carries herself, the way she walks, the way she holds her head high, it all communicates something far deeper than just style. Men don't remember the brand of a dress, but they remember the way a woman made them feel. And a confident woman leaves an impression long after she's gone. Ultimately, confidence is the one thing that ties everything together. It makes red more striking, heels more elegant, and any outfit more captivating. It's the secret ingredient behind presence, the force that makes a woman unforgettable. Confidence isn't about being seen, it's about being felt. And when a woman truly owns who she is, men can't help but notice. Not because she's asking for attention, but because she is simply, undeniably, herself.